Yo guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing part 3 of the Versus series, and we are putting the WindSpace T1550 versus the Cervelo Soloist. Hang in there.
It's calling me, like the rainbow.
Okay, so why the WindSpace? Why are we comparing this bike with my team bike from Mike's Bikes, which is the Cervelo Soloist? I think if you're in the market for something like this, you're probably also in the market for something like that. They're both very capable race bikes. The biggest difference is, well, the biggest difference is like $2,000, $1,500, $2,000. WindSpace being a lot cheaper. Does that mean it's slower? We're gonna find out. The other thing, and by the way, this is not a review. We've made that video. These Chinese OEM bikes, they used to have these really bad QA/QC standards, not so reliable. Go to the review for our thoughts on that. But today we're just gonna find out about raw performance. We are going to test with the same power meters, the same course, the same position. We're gonna test the performance of this bike versus that bike. And when I say we, I got my boy Will behind the camera. You'll see him in a second. He's gonna be helping me out with these tests. And here's what I wanna do. Because these ship with different wheels, we're gonna swap wheels between tests. The question I wanna answer, bottom line, is which frame is faster, if either? And then what's the best wheel configuration? Because these are a bit deeper. So stay tuned, we're gonna answer those questions. First, B-roll, hit them with it. All right, Will, run number 1, what are we doing?
We're gonna take it around a lap of Alviso.
What wattage are you hitting?
Oh, I'm thinking 300.
300, staying consistent every single run. What equipment are you starting with?
So this is the WindSpace T1550 with the Loon Hyper wheels.
The deep boys.
The deep boys.
D67s. Yeah. So we're gonna find out. This should be a really fast combo, especially out here, Alviso. Good luck, dude. Give it a rip. All right, let me tell you something real fast. While Will's off doing the first run, super convenient. We're both the same size human being. It's so funny how similar we are. So we actually don't have to make any tweaks to the bike between runs, which allows us to do multiple runs, get accurate data. So he's out doing 300 watts right now. We're gonna swap wheels, we're gonna do it again, and then I'm gonna jump on the bike. We're gonna have some good results for you guys. All right, Will, how was it out there?
It was smooth, fast.
Smooth and fast. Yeah, dude, the WindSpace feels good.
It does.
But now we're gonna actually swap wheels. So guys, we are doing the same exact run on the same exact bike, same exact body position, same exact power, even the same power meter. We're gonna swap that between bikes. The only difference with this next run are the wheels, right? So we're taking the reserve 40/44s, which comes stock on the Cervelo Soloist. And we're gonna swap those out with the WindSpace Hypers, and we're gonna see if that makes a difference. You ready to give another rip?
So ready.
All right, let's do it. But I'm not gonna lie, the Cervelo on those deep wheels looks kind of dynamite. Am I right?
Look at that.
It's
Looks
light
fast.
too. It's light.
It is very light. So light.
All right, buddy. Good luck out there. Give it a rip. All right, we're back. We have results. And drum roll, nothing that exciting, to be honest with you guys. Nothing really groundbreaking, earth-shattering. The results weren't that big. Like, I think it was 6 seconds between my fastest and my slowest, and it's very similar for Will. We got repeatable data, which is cool. So we have conclusions, we have recommendations. One interesting thing is that between Will and I, we both had our fastest setup was the Cervelo with, wait for it, the Hyper Loon D67 deep dish wheels, which is interesting for a couple of reasons. Number one, the Cervelo doesn't look as Aero. So we know that, like, you can't, the eyeball test doesn't work with aerodynamics, guys. I know the marketing stuff is like, it looks Aero, it must be Aero. Not necessarily true. The other thing is, these reserve wheels are meant for the Cervelo bike, and the Loon wheels are meant for the wind space bike. So it's interesting that the mixed configuration on the Cervelo is actually the fastest. Again, the results aren't that huge, but got my boy Will here who crunched the numbers. Hit him with it.
Yeah, so science, it's not an exact science, but we plugged into Best Bike Split, kind of an approximation of what kind of drag we would be seeing based on the wind data that is calculated from local weather. And we found about a 10 to 15 watt difference, which roughly equates to like 100 to 200 grams of drag difference between our fastest and our slowest setups, which is not a lot. For me, it was a little bit more of a savings because I was going 10 watts faster than Jeff. So depending on wind speed, you're going to get less of a benefit, but really not much of a difference between our fastest and our slowest setups on the same course.
So 10 to 15 watts with the fastest setup compared to the slowest setup. Everything else kind of fell in between. I was doing 270, he was doing 280. That's what you should expect when you're looking at that. So what did you come here for? Jeff, what should I buy? I think either are great options, to be honest with you. I'm going to make a pitch, though, for the wind space, which is looking kind of sad back there right now. Yeah. It didn't have space in the set. And here's why. First of all, elephant in the room, it's like $1,500, $1,700 cheaper with the same build. Now, what's nice about that is you can configure it just the way you want. When you buy a Cervelo or a Specialized or a Trek or something like that, which is a complete bike, you're getting, you know, the 42 centimeter bars, the 172.5 millimeter cranks, the gearing configurations that the bike is sold with. It's a complete package, which might be what you want. But if you are more of a tinkerer like I am, like I know Will is, and you're specific about your equipment, the wind space is a very attractive option because not only is it cheaper, you can get the exact stuff that you want because you have to source it, which is the drawback. You have to source it, you have to build it. That's exactly what I did with the wind space. It's the way I like it. And reminder for you guys, if you want our full thoughts on the wind space, we've already made that video. We've logged a bunch of miles. The full review breakdown is already on the channel. We'll link it in somewhere up there or over there. We'll do the YouTube thing. You'll find it. Yeah. So thanks for watching, guys. Will, thanks for coming on, buddy. We'll catch you in the next one.
Calling me.